Hegseth showed at his confirmation hearing that standards matter, just not for him. Standards matter, but not for Hegseth, only for women and the woke who've supposedly lowered the standards. So what do I mean by this? Two things. One, Democrats effectively argued that Hegseth himself couldn't meet the qualifications bar that he will be in a position to set if he becomes Pentagon chief. And if you haven't heard about the viral Tammy Duckworth quiz moment, it was really, really bad.
I know we have allies in South Korea, in Japan, and in AUKUS with Australia, trying to work on submarines with them.
Mr. Hegseth, none of those countries are in ASEAN.
Across.
None of those three countries that you've mentioned are in ASEAN. I suggest you do a little homework.
And two, it seems likely that he'll become the Secretary of Defense anyway. Republicans were very much at a loss to explain why Hegseth's thin resume qualified him to oversee a budget of almost $1 trillion and oversee 3 million employees. He mismanaged a couple of tiny nonprofits prior to joining Fox News as a weekend host. Normally, Senate confirmation hearings are about upholding standards of experience, of excellence, of leadership for cabinet posts. But Democrats made it clear they don't think Hegseth is qualified for much, let alone running the nation's military.
You talk about standards. Again, I'm going to go back to CEO of the most complex organization in the world. I don't think there's a board of directors in America that would hire you as a CEO with the kind of experience you have on your resume.
In the closing minutes of his hearing, Hegseth made his plans crystal clear.
Every single senior officer will be reviewed based on meritocracy, standards, lethality, and commitment to lawful orders they will be given.
In other words, there will be a MAGA loyalty test with Hegseth and Trump as the judges. So either you get in line or you get purged. And if the Department of Defense loses as many employees as I think it might, there will be a price to pay, especially in a world with so many ongoing conflicts. Pete Hegseth might not be qualified to be Secretary of Defense, and he certainly isn't by the usual standards, but he is qualified to oversee a radical rollback of progress in the military. And for Trump and his allies, those are the only qualifications that matter.